Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. This video is sponsored by, not sponsored, but fueled by this giant cup of coffee. This is my third, and many people say this is unhealthy. I know, but I need it. And as you see my demeanor in this video, you will understand why. And if you are still watching, thank you. Today we are sharing my fragrance acquisitions for the month of September. We're going to talk about my scents. I'm going to complain about Scentbird. It's going to be a great video. Let's go. It'll be a fantastic video. You're going to see me get up a lot, so excuse my knees. It is 50 degrees here, and you might think to yourself, that is not cold. I live in Florida. It is frigid. And my connective tissue disease and my moderate to severe chronic joint pain every single day does not like it to be below 70. So I have to move around. I have like these socks on my knees. It is too warm to wear pants. So I'm wearing like this skirt, but it is too cold to not wear socks. So yeah, I'm dressed very special today. Hi. So today's video is my haul in September. I'm obviously filming this in October, and I was going to go a little crazy because in August I wasn't able to purchase as much as I wanted, obviously because of very sad family circumstances. But because of the hurricane, I decided to be responsible. I know, be responsible and not purchase anything other than a few things that I really wanted to get because I wasn't sure how the hurricane was going to affect where I lived. And I do want to quickly say to everyone that has been affected by Hurricane Ian, I'm very sorry. My heart goes out. I will have a link below to places if you feel inclined to donate to people affected by Hurricane Ian. I obviously get absolutely nothing when you click that link. I just have to let you guys know that. And as somebody who's lived through hurricanes her entire life, I greatly respect the storm. So last week I had plans to film Monday through Friday, but once I learned that there was a storm coming, I decided it was the responsible thing to do to prepare. Even though I only had some mildly inconvenient tree damage, I still decided that it was important to take the time I needed to maintain the property, maintain the house, clean, get supplies and things like that. And I also just decided not to film unless I absolutely had to because I just had to be a responsible adult. And I know that seems crazy, those words coming out of my mouth, but I do that from time to time, try to be responsible. That also meant being responsible with my spending. I actually only purchased 2 fragrances. Now, I forgot to buy the city exclusive Le Labo. I was actually planning on getting one of those as well, but I got distracted with the hurricane and I don't feel guilty about that actually. I think my little heart can survive not getting a Le Labo city exclusive this year. But I am kind of sad that I didn't get the beautiful oak moss one that I really wanted. But if I see a partial of it or if I find a decant of it, I'll get it to hold me over until next year. So as always with these fragrance hauls, I will share first what I purchased, then gifts, and then PR. And then at the very end, I'm going to complain about Scentbird. My New Year's resolution was to purchase fragrances off of my must-buy list. So I did that. Now, my birthday present to myself was also a fragrance wish list. Get off of this list, please, and thank you. And also to round out my Francis Kurkdjian collection was 724. Also letting you guys know if I have reviews of any of these scents, I will link them below. Beautiful new scent, but not a revolutionary composition from the house of my favorite nose, Francis Kurkdjian. Sparkly, musky, white floral fragrance from the house. Wow, there's bergamot and aldehydes and white florals and white musk, wow. But I love what he captures with this fragrance. Really beautiful, very clean, very fresh without being soapy. Really beautiful. And one of my New Year's resolutions was to add more fragrances from the House of Kurkdjian because I actually haven't been adding that many. The other one is from J Scent, and this is a roasted green tea. Now, believe it or not, I actually filmed this video about an hour ago, and as I was editing it, I realized it was uneditable because I just kept rambling, which I do frequently as I'm taking a giant sip of coffee. But like 20 minutes I was unable to edit talking about this fragrance. So obviously this is going to be a review. I was going to review it anyway. But gorgeous scent. I like this house a lot. I like tea fragrances a lot. How this house approached a roasted green tea scent with very unique notes of like peanut and iris and mint and vanilla and clover. I like their unique kind of creative take on roasted green tea. So when I review this fragrance, I will definitely talk about what I talked about an hour ago for 20 minutes. And I definitely think that this is worth checking out if you are interested in trying and testing out the Asian trends of fragrance. So there's like the Western trends of fragrance, there's the Middle Eastern trends of fragrance. What I like about the more Asian trends of fragrance is they are not simple in regards to being absent of complexity, but they are minimalistic. They're fresh, they're light, they're clean. There's a balance to their compositions, and there's a unique creativity to how they do that, and that is a great example of it, and it's beautiful. And I really want to try their Ramune fragrance, so that'll probably be my next purchase. And there's like one or two other fragrances from the house that I'll probably get. So that was a purchase. Definitely love it. Those two were the fragrances that I bought. And then my mom decided to, she purchased the, I think she gets a subscription box from Guerlain. She didn't like this on her skin, so she offered it to me as I have a hair on my hand. I'm sorry. This is Sonoran Bloom. I can't say words. You guys know that. Welcome to my channel. This is, it's got agave and red clay. I definitely get like a soft, kind of sour earthiness to this fragrance. Have you ever used like a red clay wash? I used to use it on my body for like my skin, and it has got kind of like sour, earthy sweetness to it, like that. That's what this fragrance has. I actually really like it. There's something about it that I find to be very fresh, but not fresh in the stereotypical, this smells like lemon, this smells like bergamot, and here's some jasmine. I like this one. It's actually really nice. So this was something I've been enjoying wearing to bed, actually. It's been a nice bedtime fragrance. Now these next fragrances are PR. So that means they were sent to me either as gifts from the brand in hopes that I will review them, or sent to me to review with, hey, we are sending these to you for free to review. And the reason why I'm differentiating that is because sometimes brands will send me things and they will say, we would love for you to try our stuff, and if you feel the need to review it, fantastic. Or some brands will be like, we are sending this to you to review. Would you like to review this? We will send you these things. However, those are both situations. Brands that are sending bottles as advertising promotion. As I'm lifting my leg, please excuse me. It's been a weird day. So just, you know, it's basically advertising. It's basically PR. It's basically free bottles, stuff. And I like to share these at the end of my videos because I know some people don't want to see that, and some people do. So the first two are from Mind Games. These are sent to me by So Avant-Garde. And I do have an affiliate link, and I do have a coupon code where you can save 15% off on most, not all, most fragrances from So Avant-Garde. It's a great place to purchase samples of a lot of fragrances. I got a lot of people asking me where to buy samples and decants. They do have a lot of samples. You, however, cannot get 15% off on these because they are new releases, just letting you guys know that. But I was so excited for these, specifically this one, even though I do really like this one, because I love fig. Now these are very expensive fragrances. These are, I believe, $345 before tax. That's USD. And what, in my opinion, again, this is my opinion, and these were sent to me for free, is that what constitutes the price point of this, obviously, is they smell very quality, they perform very well, is what makes these smell luxury and elevated is the balance of the composition. Of sometimes expensive fragrances, you can smell that they might use really high quality, expensive natural ingredients. Sometimes, obviously, things you're paying for packaging and not the actual liquid inside the bottles. And sometimes what you're paying for is the point of view of the person who created the scent. And there's a variety of different ways that people might justify a price point of a fragrance. And I've talked about this before in other videos. For me, there has to be some justification for a high price point. And part of that has to be a balance of a composition. It has to smell balanced. If it can't smell like you use expensive ingredients and not smell balanced. And I've talked about this before, and I'm going to kind of briefly mention it here. I use art as an example. So you have two artists, and you give them the same art supplies that cost the same amount of money. And you have one artist that has the ability to create beautiful art, who's been creating art for, let's say, 50 years. And then you have somebody who's just starting, who has the potential to create amazing art, but isn't quite there in their journey yet. But they have the same supplies. When it comes down to the balance of composition and art in creating, say, the same piece, so maybe create a landscape, or they have the same, bunch of flowers or fruits on a table. In most cases, not all cases, the person who's been doing it for a long time will probably create a piece of art that would be valued at more money than the person who's just starting out. Now, obviously, there's a variety of different ways that might not be true, but for this case, probably. So even though the same amount of money has been applied to creating the piece, the person creating the piece is adding the value. And that's kind of like what I mean in a balance of composition. It's not just the quality of the ingredients, it's the quality of the composition and the formula. Now, sometimes you might have cheaper, and so maybe the person creating the painting over here that has, like, say, the 50 years of experience creating masterpieces that sell for a lot of money, you're giving them, say, art supplies that cost $10. And if you know art supplies, that is nothing. For me, that is a brush, a cheap brush. That is nothing. And then this artist over here, you're giving them $500 worth of art supplies, which is still nothing, to be completely honest. Still nothing. At the end of the day, creating the piece of art, that art over here might command more money, even though it costs more money for this art to be made. Even though this one should cost more because it costs more. It's such a different way to price fragrances. And so obviously you would demand that a house that is charging $200, $300, $400, $500 for a bottle of perfume use quality ingredients. But it also has to smell quality. What I mean by smelling quality is the quality of the composition, the balance. How does it perform? How does it smell? Does it smell like a fragrance that you could buy for $20, for $50, for $100? Or does it smell more elevated? Does it smell more properly balanced? Does it smell more articulate? And that's what I like about these, is they smell a little bit more articulate than other figgy fragrances, than other fruity fragrances. This one, for example, is the fact that it's distinctively pomegranate and mandarin, and the fact that the pomegranate is balancing the rose in a way that's making it smell fruity and not jammy. That really adds to the sexiness of this leather patchouli base that doesn't make it smell like a patchouli jammy rose fragrance. It adds a balance that doesn't detract from the composition. And that's kind of like what I mean, and that's what I've been enjoying about these two scents. I really love the fig. Anyway, been enjoying these a lot, obviously. So those are Mind Games fragrances. But obviously, just because I like them doesn't mean other people will like them. And again, they are very expensive and they were sent to me for free. So please take my opinion with whatever weight you want to based on the fact that they were sent to me for free. Now, the very first house to ever send me anything for free was Panna London, and they sent it to me like when I had like less than 200 subscribers, or maybe just over 200 subscribers. And I'm very grateful to this brand, and I genuinely love this brand. So they recently sent me Tuberose Vanille, and I love this. So this is a mature vanilla fragrance. It has a very beautiful kind of orchidy, velvety, kind of rich, elegant white floral note. I like how it has that kind of rich vanilla that doesn't smell too salty, that doesn't pull too kind of Play-Doh, which sometimes it can. And I do like those Play-Doh vanilla fragrances like Erin's Tangier Vanille. If there's a little bit of saltiness in a white floral vanilla fragrance, it's going to smell like Play-Doh, but I think it's real sexy, to be completely honest. This doesn't have it. It has this real, beautiful, sexy, elegant, timeless maturity to it. But you gotta like vanilla, you gotta like tuberose, but it's gorgeous and it smells real nice, real pretty. So I was very happy when they reached out and they offered that for me, because I get so excited to try new fragrances from Panna London. I still am wowed by Pink Champagne Truffle. That fragrance still wows me every single time I smell it. Beautiful scent. I haven't worn this enough to review it yet, so I need to wear it a few more times, because there's a part of this fragrance that I need to properly kind of wrap my nose around before I can very much give it a full review. But I do really like it. If you guys don't know, I love iris, I love violet, and I also really like this bottle. This bottle's really cool. So humongous thank you to the brand for sending me this bottle, and I've been enjoying it a lot, actually. Now we're gonna get into the whiny video, where as I get up and get comfy, there we go, I'm gonna talk about something that pisses me off, and that's when brands and businesses are inconsiderate to paying customers. And I'm gonna talk about Scentbird. So if you guys do not know, I'm going to be transparent. I think in 2017 or 2018, they asked if I wanted to work with them, and I was sent a travel atomizer, their subscription service of Dark Room from Melon & Goats. Love that fragrance. And then I think they gave me an affiliate code. I don't remember. And then I think I didn't generate enough business, so they kind of ended the affiliate code thing. But before that and after that, I have paid for a Scentbird subscription. The reason why I'm saying this is because if I'm going to be critical of a business, I want to be transparent with any past sponsorships. I'm also going to say that in any Scentbird video, I say, hey, I have a referral link below. You get a free month, I get a free month. But please understand that anybody that has a Scentbird subscription gets that referral link. And I will always tell you, please, if you know somebody that has a Scentbird subscription, do not use my referral link. Use the person that you actually know's referral link. I only link mine below for convenience. If it's more convenient for you guys to just click it if you wanted to use it, fantastic. But I will always recommend you guys to support the people that you know rather than some faceless potato on the internet. Now that I've kind of mentioned the refer a friend thing that anybody has and the past affiliate links, let's talk about my gripes with Scentbird currently. Now this just currently happened, but this has happened before. And this might be happening because of COVID issues still. This could be happening because of inflation. This could be happening because of their recent changes in their cases, their recent website update because of their changes of cases. Obviously, that had changed a lot. Their Saks collaboration, there's a variety of different things. However, if you are a business and your business is a monthly subscription service, you are obligated to deliver your monthly thing in that month. So if I'm paying for, or if somebody uses my referral and I get a free month, anyway, if whatever is a September queue, you know, a September pick, you should get that in September. End of story. If you cannot deliver in September or any month, you should have the courtesy of a pre-created email to send to them to apologize, at least at the bare minimum. So I have not gotten my September Scentbird pick. It was processed at the very end of September, the last week of it, and I've gotten no apology. The reason why I'm saying this is because this is not the first time this has happened with Scentbird with me, or the second or the third. Over the course of several years, it's happened a few times. The issue I have is that this is a big company, and you can write in your code that if you can't deliver, at least send a respectful email to your customer, giving them the opportunity to either cancel their order, get their money back, maybe upgrade, maybe give them a free case, you know, give them the option to do something for the inconvenience that your inability to plan has provided. That's basic customer service. A large multi-million-dollar business can spend, maybe pay its IT person like an extra, you know, a little bit of overtime to write a special code for the people that aren't going to get their orders in time, to say, we are so sorry. And maybe they can budget in their budget for when they fail to keep their customers happy. Maybe they take 10% off of the next month, or maybe they offer a free upgrade. So maybe, hey, if it's like a $5 upgrade, we will waive the $5 upgrade, or maybe we will give you a free case. So next month we will send you a free case if you're choosing, or maybe we have like the cheapest cases, or maybe if they have like gray and pink and white's the cheaper, we'll send you a white case or something like that. Like, you have to do something to make your customers whole. That is good customer service. But if you're not even willing to do that, you have to at least be willing to acknowledge that you are not delivering on what you were going to deliver on, which was delivering a fragrance or a product in a timely manner. And if your product is a monthly service, it should be delivered within that month. And if you can deliver it between the 1st or the 31st, if it's, you know, a month that has those days, then that's, you know, fine. Now, the thing with Scentbird is it's wildly inconsistent. Sometimes I will get my fragrance the first week, and sometimes I will get it like the very last day. Now, if it was shipped out, and it was like stuck in transit, that would be different. But it's still processing to this day. It is like, what is it, the 5th of October? It's still processing. So it was processing on the 22nd. Yeah, it's been like almost 2 weeks. Yeah, that's unacceptable. So that they can send an email. They haven't sent an email. So that's my gripe, is Scentbird needs to do better. And I am dang close to canceling my subscription, but it has been so helpful for me for this channel as a resource to get fragrances to try and review for you guys, because sometimes there's designer fragrances that I just don't want to purchase, and it's the perfect amount for me to wear, to feel comfortable wearing enough to review for you guys. Because sometimes a little sample, it can be enough. I'm not going to sit here and say that you need to wear more than this, because I know some people are like, that's not enough. Depending on the fragrance, it could be more than enough to wear. But I like to wear it a little bit longer sometimes, so I like the ability to have the option of, if this is the type of fragrance, excuse me, if I want to wear more, then I have more, cool. But I am real pissed off at Scentbird because this isn't the first time, this isn't the second time, this isn't the third time. They need to get their stuff together. They do. So, anyway, that's my gripe about Scentbird, and I highly doubt Scentbird is watching, but if you're watching with Scentbird, fix it. At least the bare minimum, pay an IT person to write some code to send some apology email to the people that this happens to. Like, you can do that. That's like a little, like, it's like 3 or 4 hours of overtime pay. Like, come on. At least do that. That is the bare minimum you can do. Anyway, guys, that's my video. I know I was a little all over the place, but thank you so much for watching. As always, guys, I hope you're all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I will see you next time.